This is a hands-on lesson where we're going to create an AWS organization and then use the organizations to actually add a new account. So it's going to create an account through AWS organizations. So let's head over to the console, and you'll need to be logged in as your administrative user account. On the AWS Management Console, I'm going to search for Organizations, choose AWS Organizations, and as you can see, we don't have an organization in this account. So we can choose the option to create organization. It tells you a little bit about what the organization will provide, a single payer and centralized cost tracking, lets you create and invite accounts. So you can create accounts, which is what we're going to do, but you can also invite existing accounts. So if you have a bunch of existing accounts that you would like to put into this centralized governance structure, or you might want to be able to apply SCPs to them, then you can invite those accounts to join the organization. You can use policy-based controls and simplify organization-wide management. So let's create this organization, and that's it. Very, very simple. We now have the account name DCT Management. This is going to be the root account of the organization. That's known as the management account, which is why we called it the management account. And you can see the email associated with that and the account ID. And we're going to choose Add Account. And we're not going to invite, we're going to create. So we're going to create an account. I'm going to call this one DCT-production. And we need an email address. So remember, there's a couple of ways you can do this. If you have a second email address, that's fine. If you wanted to use something like dynamic aliases, then you can do that with Gmail, and you can do it with Office 365. So look up dynamic aliases for Gmail or Office 365 and you'll see how you can do that. And it's a way that you can add additional aliases to your existing email address. In my case, I have an email address which is dct-production@digitalcloud.training, so I'm going to put that in. And then we need to give the role name. So it's suggesting this role name, which is Organization Account Access Role. I'm going to use that name. And let's just choose create at the bottom here. So that's all there is to it. We've now created an additional account using AWS organizations. You'll notice it sent a verification email. So just go and click on the link. Once you've done that, you should see this message that says that your email address has been verified. Now, the next question is, how do we use this account? How do we get into this account? So there's a couple of things. Firstly, there is a root user, and it's associated, as with all accounts, with the email address that was used to create the account. Now, we don't have a password. AWS sets a very complex password by default, but there's no way of accessing it. So actually, you have to go through the password reset process to be able to set a password for this account. Now, we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is use the switch roles feature to switch to that particular account. So let's choose switch roles, choose switch role at the top here. We need to put in the account ID, so get the account ID of the new account that you're connecting to. And then we need the name of the role, and you can change the display name if you like. And then you can choose a color for this particular account. So when you switch roles, you'll see it shows in the console a particular color. I'm going to leave it on red for this particular account and choose switch role. So that's it. We are now logged in to a different account. And you can see we've got this red or slightly pink icon up here, which is telling us that we're logged in with the organization account access role at, and then the account number of this account. And we're on the AWS organizations console, but we could go somewhere else, for example, EC2. And this will be EC2 on the new account. In fact, let's go to IAM. And you can see that this is a different account. It doesn't have any users created in it at the moment. So that's how we do it. We've switched roles and we're now able to use this account through the organization account access role. And we have full permissions to do what we want in this account.